Hi Taurus, thank you for joining me. We're going to be taking a look at some shadow work in this series. Now initially I was considering doing readings about X's for these Halloween specials, but then I decided against that because I felt that touching on some shadow work would actually be more beneficial. So shadow work is basically a form of self-examination, and exploring it can actually give tremendous opportunities for growth and development. So when you can accept your shadow parts, it can lead towards you starting to love and accept all of you, all of your imperfections, because those are the bits that pretty much what makes you perfect. Everything is always about balance and accepting the shadow and the light within, and utilising both of these aspects as and when you need. Also, as a result, you'll find that other people's behaviours won't trigger you as easily, and you can assess your environment more accurately. You'll start to see others and evaluate situations with greater clarity, and you'll no longer see yourself as either being too big or too small. You'll basically feel more in balance. So please remember that this is still a general reading and it's not going to resonate for everybody. Always use your own discernment. You take what's yours and you leave the rest, okay? I cannot censor, choose nor control what is coming out of the cards. I'm literally just reading them, and it's up to you what you decide to do with it. You do have free will. Tarot is not in charge here. You are. For everything else, please do read the descriptions box. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, we can begin your reading for you, Taurus. And I will say that shadow work is not for the faint-hearted, okay? You might hear a few things that you don't want to hear, and that means that, you know, it needs to be heard, basically. Okay, so Taurus, what's the main message here for Taurus, please? Okay, right, Belial, friendship. Okay, so with these cards, and I always say you get 3 messages that come with these. You get your first message that comes from the creator of the deck. You get your second message that comes from your own intuition while you're looking at the card. And then your third message comes from your reader and their intuition. Right, so I'm going to hold this up for you. And if you take a look at it and what emotions are being triggered by the illustrations on the card for you, what does this card mean to you? Now straight away I'm being drawn to the chaos in the background. There's also a chariot thundering across the sky that is heading straight towards that dark black cloud in the corner. Okay. So it says, in uncertain times, you must know your friends before you make your move. Belial is said to have been created second in line after Lucifer and before the chief archangels Michael, Gabriel, Uriel and Raphael. Some also say that he was the principal oracle of ancient Babylon during its days of greatness. Belial takes the form of a beautiful angel riding a fiery chariot. He is wise in the art of diplomacy and gathering allies for a cause, despite an inclination towards pride that can sometimes make him an unreliable ally. Okay, so the message that I'm getting here for you, Taurus, is right now you don't know who to trust. And sometimes, if you're completely honest with yourself, sometimes you feel that you can't even trust yourself. So this is something that needs to be taken a closer look at. Why do you feel that you cannot trust yourself? Why do you feel that you cannot trust your best judgment? Is it because of the betrayals of the past that is still somehow having an influence on your life? It's a really interesting energies, because I'm also feeling as if it's you looking up at that building. It's like if this was a photograph, then it was taken by you. So you're on the ground looking up, and it's like you're trying to focus on the beautiful building, but your attention is being distracted by the chaos that's around you. There could well be a sudden disruption around you at this time. people around you not getting along with each other anymore, and you could be feeling that you're being dragged into having to pick a side. I'm feeling that really, really strongly for the majority of you. You feel that you have to pick a side. Why? Why do you have to pick a side? Why can't you just be left there admiring the beautiful building? Why do you have to be dragged into someone else's chaos? It's almost as if someone is putting you in a really uneasy situation here, where it's like they're trying to force you to prove your loyalty to them when you were not part of this argument. You were not part of this interruption. They created it. Okay. Right, so I'm going to start pulling a tarot and we'll see if we can get a closer look into this. This is for Taurus, please. Look at Taurus's energy. What is Taurus's current energies, please? How is the world seeing Taurus at this time? Right, the Five of Swords, Aquarius energy. How's the world seeing Taurus? Okay. The Five of Cups, two fives. Okay, the Scorpion energy. How's the world seeing Taurus right now? Okay, the Chariot and the Moon in reverse, so that's Cancer and Pisces. Right, there's been something emotional here. Straight away, this is something that is, it's a difficult situation because it's on a very profound emotional level, right? It feels inescapable. So you're showing up as two fives, the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. You're showing up at the moment as being determined to not feed into the drama, right? There's an energies here of regret with the Five of Cups, and I'm definitely going to have to clarify. But you're trying to make a point to not get dragged down into this. The Chariot and the Moon in reverse. The Moon in reverse is you not facing something. It's like you know that you have to remove yourself from the situation that's going on here. You know that by staying around those people is not serving you. Yet there's this being in reverse. It's like you know what you have to do, but right now you just can't face it. And there's the reflection in this card as well. It's funny how that came out in reverse. I'll just turn it up and hopefully you can see the unicorn, right? And then when it's in reverse, you can clearly see the reflection. So at the moment, you're not showing your true self. It's like you're hiding your authenticity in fear of some kind of ridicule. So you're only showing, it's like you're only showing the world pieces of you and not all of you. You're showing the world the version of you that you think the world would accept. Right? That's what I get with that card. But you know, deep in your heart and soul, that you cannot continue down that path because it's not serving you. The Chariot, and that's twice we've had mention of the Chariot. Forward movement, willpower, feeling that you're being pulled in multiple different directions, not knowing if you're coming or if you're going. Wanting to move things forward, wanting to remove yourself from your current situation because you know that it's not healthy. You're definitely hiding pieces of yourself. Five of Swords and Five of Cups. Why is this here, please, for Taurus? Five of Cups, Five of Swords. Why is this here, please? The Hermit, Virgo energy, the High Priestess, Moon energy, the Queen of Wands, Aries energy, and the Devil, Capricorn energy. So I'm being told to clarify one for one here. There we go. Okay, so introspection and processing your feelings and emotions with the Hermit. So introspection, processing your feelings and your emotions with the Hermit. The High Priestess, listening to your higher calling. It's also keeping secrets. So the fact that you're currently keeping secrets from those around you is hurting you. The fact that you know that you're not comfortable in your current situation, it is painful to you. And also, it's not gone unnoticed here that your clarifying cards, 3 out of 4 of them are major arcana, and then you've got another 2 major arcana up here. So you don't want to be the instigator for change. It scares you. Speaking your mind scares you because it's like you're afraid of what others might say. For somebody here, now this bit's not going to resonate for very many. For someone here, you're holding on to a relationship that isn't working, and you're trying to ignore the fact that it's not working. And you're holding on and holding on and holding on, even though it's not making you happy. You're still holding on to it anyway, in the hope that one day you might wake up and feel differently about the situation. That's for some of you. And for those where that part is resonating, you have been more recently tempted by an individual that you genuinely do find attractive and fun and sexy, and as somebody that you can be yourself with. And then for others of you, I'm seeing this as you feel that you're holding someone back. You feel that you're not good enough for somebody. So again, you will have to fit that where it's resonating for you. You're showing up in the world as being very reserved, very sort of lost in thought, not very verbal at the moment. You're showing up as quite withdrawn. What are the outside influences affecting? Thank you. Okay, so your outside influences, the 8 of Cups is Pisces, the King of Wands is Leo, and the 3 of Cups is Cancer. A lot of Cancerian energies. Yeah, your outside influences, look, it's weird. Someone is holding on to a situation that isn't working for them anymore. And they're not saying anything because they're trying to keep the peace. The 8 of Cups. There's the need to walk away from something. The 8 of Cups. The King of Wands, take action. And the 3 of Cups. A reunion, a celebration. For some, this can indicate the 3-person situation that I was seeing for some of you. Where those who have been more recently tempted by someone new, in the meanwhile, while trying to hold on to a situation that wasn't serving your highest good, that's no longer in alignment with you. It's like this new individual has been a catalyst for you to realise the things that you've been trying to ignore, which is your unhappiness in your current situation. It's coming through again here in your outside influences. Worth noting that you've got a King and a Queen of Wands here as well with the Devil. That is a lot of sexual energy, a lot, for one read. Clarify the outside influences, please, for Taurus. Okay, 10 of Coins, it's Virgo energy. The 6 of Coins, it's Taurus. And the 2 of Swords, Libra, with Strength, Leo. Very difficult decision here for you to make, Taurus. This is going to require heavy introspection with your Hermit energies, heavy. They're asking you here to remove yourself from both situations temporarily until you can figure this out. As a side note as well, for some of you, you might need to sell something in the near future, and the thing that you sell, I'm feeling for a lot of you, this could be a house. You're not going to receive what you paid for it back in return, all right? Because you're going from the 10 to the 6. So this is a financial loss here for some of you. Or for those of you that are going to release the situation that you're not happy in, be prepared that it could financially see you taking a hit. A very temporary financial hit. But it's going to be worth it. Because if you can get back in touch with your authenticity, I would say that that's worth every penny. For some of you here, there was a reluctance to leave your current situation because of the financial implications that that could have. A lot of you are holding on to a situation purely for that. There's a fear about how you're going to manage by yourself. Or you just don't want to see that huge financial hit. Difficult decision with the 2 of Swords and a compromise with the Strength card. This is going to require you to be gentle with yourself and to reach a compromise that is going to be beneficial for all involved here. And you can only do that once you start showing the world the true you. You can only do that from your highest power, because currently you're only using like a fraction of who you are. I hope that's making sense. It's a weird one. Let's see outcome here, please, for Taurus. Thank you. The Ace of Wands, a brand new beginning, a brand new project, a brand new start, passionate as well. The 10 of Coins, nice, Virgo energy, completion, and justice, Libra energy. Yeah, balance, the karma being balanced out, doing the right thing. Is making the right decision for your future. See, your 10 of Coins is all about future planning, thinking long term, being grounded, being stable. It's saying, Taurus, there's no need for you to be afraid of releasing the situation that is not serving you. Don't be afraid to let that go, because your outcome is there's a brand new beginning that is very, very successful. And the reason that it's successful is because you made the right choice with justice. You made the balanced decision. You faced the demon head on. And it's interesting because we've got the devil out here. And then when you look at the reflection in the sword, it's like a dragon's eye, like a demonic dragon's eye. But you can see there she's facing her demon with a sword of truth, ready to strike down that demon. is showing me that you're going to face your demons and that you're going to come out on top. This is a battle that you will win. Clarify the outcome, please, for Taurus. Eight of Wands, Sagittarian energy, communication, fast action, things moving quickly. And in this deck, there's like a little stopwatch in the center of it. So this is a matter of time here. Your brand new beginning. That's a matter of time. Okay, what's the blockage? The Four of Cups, Cancer energy, bored, discontent, not seeing something, not picking something up, not seeing an opportunity in front of you. There's an additional message here as well for some of you, that if this reading is pertaining to a court case, it's showing me that somebody could well have given false evidence against you, but that's not going to amount to anything, because you're still, even with that against you, you're still going to come out on top. It's also showing me that your finances, you are going to be building them back up again. You will be, because you go from the 10 to the 6 and then back up to the 10. So whatever financial hit you have to take in the meanwhile, it's telling you that that is very, very temporary. It's a temporary hit that you are going to bounce back from in no time at all. So this is very much speculate to accumulate, but be careful about who you're confiding in at the moment as well. Because your first card out was make sure that you know who your friends truly, truly are before you make any kind of move. For some, there could be an individual around you who is trying to tempt you out of your finances. Take a look at this. Yeah, someone could be trying to tempt you out of your finances. But you're not in any kind of rush to invest in that situation because it feels too risky for you. I know how much this read is branching off here, but I'm trying to give out as much information as I can and to tell you everything that I'm seeing, because obviously with this being a collective read, it is going to be different for all of you. Some of you, this is a court case. For others of you, this is someone trying to tempt you out of your finances. And you're doing the right thing by not being in any kind of rush to invest in, it's like their idea or their business or something. And then for others of you, it's like you're holding on to a relationship that you know in your heart and soul isn't going anywhere. But you're holding on to it because there's too much money involved in that situation. And then more recently, you've met somebody new that you are genuinely attracted to and that you would genuinely like to have a family situation with them, with the 10 of coins, but you're not free to pursue that connection with them. That got really, really complicated. I do apologise, Taurus. I do ask for clear messages, but obviously I can't pick what comes out of the cards. Anyway, if you've made it this far, then please do consider giving me a cheeky wee like, a subscribe, or even a comment. Maybe all three if you're feeling really generous. And thank you so much to all of those who have already supported my channel. It genuinely does mean the world to me, so thank you. Further clarity, please, for Taurus. That was quick. Thank you. Parasite. Yeah. The people around you at the moment are sucking you of all your energy. Right. So it says, what cannot survive alone will seek company, but instead of growing together, they will wither together. Relationships are not a zero-sum game. Of course, using each other is part of the game, but it's quite different when you take the shape of supporting rather than manipulating or exploiting. In the long run, a good relationship is a win-win, where the more I give, the more I get, and the other way around. Still, it's not always like this, is it? Not just in bad relationships. In the short run, bad is bound to happen, even in the house of true love. We cling, we bite, we hunger for safety and freedom and support. And on the other side, we get mangled, bitten, demanded on. Well, it happens. It happened, and it will happen again. It's all part of the game. But if it happens too often, then it creates a toxic environment. It doesn't matter if we're the victim or the perpetrator, as poison is shared equally. One gets the pain and the other gets the advantage. But the toxic part, they both get. Philly, a parasite, a leech. It kills itself as much as it kills the host. It sacrifices the journey to the destination, and then the destination to its own failures. The problem is not living as sheep, but the true problem is living as a sheep for 100 years. Ooh, that's deep. Okay, so Taurus, it is time for a change here, right? If you've been resonating with this read, you've been clinging on dearly to something that isn't working. It's not working for you, it's not working for the others involved in this equation, okay? This can be love, this can be familial, this can even be business, and it is for some of you business. Either way, it's a situation that needs to change. Because at the moment, it's like you're both hurting each other by clinging on to this situation. So in the short term, and Taurus, don't be afraid to release that situation, right? Whatever it is to you, don't be afraid to release it. Yes, financially, you're going to take a knock. But it's showing here really, really clearly in your outcome that that minor knock is going to be made up for quite quickly. This is short-term pain for the long-term gain, whatever this situation is. So it's time for you to not be afraid of needing to remove people out of your life. Just one, please, for Taurus. Thank you. Okay, transgression, flaws, contradictions, and mistake. So that is an energy that's all about someone else being too quick to finger point Taurus, and they're too quick to make you feel bad. This can be you doing it to someone else. I'm not feeling that as much though. But someone's too quick to point out your flaws, and they need to introspect on their own behaviour. For a lot of you, what they're actually doing is putting their shortcomings onto you, and they're trying to make you feel like a failure because they're a failure. This is someone who's very close to you, and they need to be removed from your life, because around them you feel that you cannot show the true version of who you are. You feel ashamed to like certain things or to not like certain things. You feel ashamed to have an opinion around that individual. And all of this read is saying basically, look, you know deep down this individual's no good. And you know that you have to release them, whether they're related to you or not, whether they're a husband or a wife, or a parent or a child. It makes no difference how you know this individual. The focus here is on how they're making you feel, how they make you feel about yourself, and it's not good. It isn't good. Not when you feel that you have to hide who you truly are in fear of them disapproving of you. for Taurus. Aptitude. Yeah, so aptitude is all about having a natural skill for something. It's like you're naturally blessed in a certain area, right? You need to be able to have faith in your own ability so that you can explore further this thing that you're naturally really, really good at. You need to have the confidence to be able to explore that further, to explore your natural talent further. And that's why you cannot afford to have someone around you who keeps telling you, you're this, that and the next, you're shy, you're rubbish, why do you keep trying to pursue this certain thing? It's all rubbish. Keep pursuing the thing that you're naturally good at. Awakening. So for some of you, this pertains to your spiritual path. For some of you, this could easily be a family member who is not in agreement with your spiritualism or with a new religion that you've just picked up. Anything like that. Or some of you could be an incredible singer and this individual here keeps telling you that you're rubbish at it. They're lying. They're trying to make you feel bad so that you don't pursue your dream, the thing that you're naturally good at. Awakening. You're awakening to the truth of their BS. And then companionship. So it's showing you there in the companionship card. It's a nice little tea party with everyone having fun, everyone getting along. You can see there's loads of different types of animals. You know, there's a human, there's a mouse, there's a rabbit, there's a hedgehog, a badger, a spider, a ladybird. So many animals in that picture, and they're all different from each other, but they're all getting along and they're all enjoying each other's company, right? So if you can imagine that as being your soul tribe, all of these different beliefs, all of these different opinions, all of these different backgrounds, ways of doing things, ways of living, and they're all getting along with each other. They're all having conversations and learning from each other. But then, when you look behind the tree, and I'm hoping you can see it, there's actually another human with a crown on her head, and she's sort of looking at everyone else having fun, and she's got a frown on her face. So this pertains to somebody who's in charge, right? Someone who's got some kind of authority over you, Taurus, or at the very least they seem to think that they do. And they're not happy with you branching out on your own. They're not happy with you finding comfort and familiarity outside of them. They're jealous, they're spiteful, because they don't have that for themselves. And that's why it's even more vitally important that you continue pursuing your current path that you're on. You might have thought at one point that this individual had your best interests at heart, especially for those of you where this is apparent. The truth to the matter is they don't. And they're trying to keep you stuck and restricted. They're trying to keep you for themselves. They just cannot work out why you want to pursue your own life. They are seeing it as some kind of insult to them. And it's not. It's just you wanting to live your own best life. And that's what you're entitled to do. Really, really interesting read there, Taurus. I just genuinely hope that that's helped someone out. Again, I appreciate shadow work is not for everyone, okay? Because as you just saw there, it goes deep, like really, really deep. And not everybody is ready to hear the harshness that can come out of a shadow read. But at the end of it all, I just genuinely hope that that has helped even just one person. So yeah, that is what I have for you, Taurus. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, then the link to do so is in the descriptions box and it's in the pinned comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.